What's up, my fellow music lovers? Hey, I'm starting a new segment today, and I'm going to put these out periodically. I call them game changers. So, in the thumbnail, I'm going against everything that is supposed to help, the algorithm and help your videos get noticed. Like I told you guys from the beginning, that's not the goal here. The goal here is just to react to music I love and find some new music. So, this game changer segment that I'll put out occasionally is music that is near and dear to me. Music that I heard at some point in my life, and it made a profound impact on how I view music and life in general. Uh, so the first one, maybe the most significant one, not necessarily my favorite song, but I still love it to this day. So let me give you a little background. I was about 12 years old, and I told you guys in the very first video I did, a little background on me is I'm Gen X, of course. I've said it about 11 million times, but my parents were not boomers like most Gen X. My parents were from the greatest generation. My dad was actually born in 1920. He was like 52, 53 years old when I was born, and my mom was in her early 40s. So I definitely grew up from a different generation. Uh, I have a brother who's 20 years older than me, to put it into perspective. But so I was definitely an accident. Because my siblings were mainly older and almost out of the house when I was born. When I came up and started really, branching out and trying to listen to my own music, I was the only child at that point. And but growing up with greatest generation parents, I I didn't have any exposure to any music except what they listened to. We would go on long trips in the summer. We live in East Texas. We go to Oregon. We go to New York State. We'd go Washington State, California, all over the place. And so I would sit and listen to their music all day long, every day on these trips. And it was good music. It just didn't resonate with me at the time. I look back on it, I can appreciate it, but it was things like Patsy Cline, Glenn Miller Band, Hank Williams Sr., uh, Loretta Lynn, a lot of stuff like that. A lot of early country music, swing music, stuff like that. Uh, that's all I was exposed to. So fast forward, I'm 12 years old. That's really all I've been exposed to. I tell you what, I had so little exposure to music that other than theirs, that I heard Hank Williams Jr. Country Boy Can Survive when I was like in sixth grade, and that was some hard shit to me. That was like Metallica. Yeah, I didn't know what Metallica was, but that was like Metallica to me because after hearing Patsy Cline your whole damn life, you hear some Hank Williams Jr. And I remember my dad saying he hated it immediately and said, Hank Sr. would roll over in his grave if he heard his son singing that, something like that. So, that's a little, and I know if you're a younger generation, you're like calling cap on that. You're like, how in the hell can you get to 12 years old and not have any exposure to any music other than your parents? I tell you, it's real, and all the Gen X's watching this with me will understand, especially in living in rural Texas. Uh, we got up in the morning when we weren't in school. We were out the door. We were skateboarding. We were exploring Texas, hunting, fishing, hanging out with friends, BB gun wars, all the crap we weren't supposed to do, uh, from from daylight till dark. And then we might watch some TV with our parents. We didn't have a TV in our room, and we damn sure didn't have a tablet or cell phone to sit and stare at all day. So that's how you don't get exposed to anything new. Uh, up until I was 12, 13, man, all I did was hang out with friends and get into stuff and hunt and fish and just have fun. I mean, sitting in my room listening to music was the last thing on my mind. Uh, so that being said, I'm in seventh grade, and my buddy Daryl sits right behind me in class, and he's talking about these bands like Rat. Wasp, Dawkins. I'm like, what in the hell are you talking about? And he gives me a cassette tape. A lot of people aren't even going to know what that is that are listening to this. But he gives me a cassette tape. He said, just go listen to this. And I'm going to share with you what blew my mind and changed my whole outlook on music and really changed the course of my life in one cassette tape that a friend gave me. So, back to me bucking the algorithm and everything, my thumbnail for this isn't going to give away on these game changers. Thumbnail's not going to give away who it is. No song in the description. It's just going to be a surprise. So I probably won't get any damn views, but this is just me, reliving my past and letting you know the stuff that influenced me. And so I want you to put yourself in my shoes. You're 12. I was homeschooled before homeschool was cool, even though I wasn't homeschooled, but pretty much an only kid, very sheltered because my parents were from a different generation. I didn't get to listen to the Doors. I didn't get to listen to even the Beatles. My parents thought the Beatles were like Satan. They didn't listen to Elvis, none of that. I didn't get any of that crap that the boomers would have, not crap, but the boomers kids would have listened to. I got the stuff before that. And it was really wholesome music, but man, it was outdated. So imagine going from that, your buddy mentioning all these groups, Wasp, Rat, Dokken, and he said to just take this tape and listen to it. So you go home, your dad's not home yet, your mom's cooking or doing some crap, you sneak into your room, you pop it in the cassette player, and for the first time in your life, you go from Patsy Cline to here's the big reveal. Let's go. Split. My God. I get up. And nothing gets me down. I was like, that's a weird looking girl. I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You got to roll with the punches. Oh, might as well jump. Look at that. I'd be in the hospital for a month if I did that. Why is he looking at me like that? Baby, how you been? Don't know, you won't know. As if my mind wasn't already blown enough. I'd never heard a guitar solo. Good God. Man, you go from my God, man, you go from sheltered listening to old school country and swing music to Van Halen. Talk about a culture shock. And first time I'd heard a guitar that spoke. Uh, and I've gone on, so forever. I thought Eddie Van Halen's the greatest guitar player ever. I'm no different now. He was great. He was a game changer himself. But man, uh, Van Halen, man, that's what started me on my journey. Rock music. It was never look back. Uh, no more Patsy Cline for me. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, that's my first game changer right there. Van Halen, 1984, the album. Uh, I've never seen anything like it. Guys with long hair, screaming guitars, screaming guy, kind of a guy. Uh, can really appreciate the athleticism now, but yeah, that was it. So hey, hope you liked it. Game changer. That's what I'm going to call it. Anytime you see game changer pop up, it's just a song that impacted me. And if you want to hear more Van Halen, I'm going to tell you now. Hey, I'll be glad to react to some more Van Halen, but get that Van Hagar shit out of here. I mean, Hagar had a great voice, but man, back to the last video or the video before last when we're talking about bands selling out. Man, they went full fledged top 40 with Hagar. So Van Hagar is not allowed. Anyway, see you guys later.